Oh boy, time for more cringe opinions. So Gen 3 is interesting because that was the generation that I started out playing Pokemon. Technically my first game was Fire Red, so if you want to say Gen 1 off a technicality, then like sure. But my literal second game was Emerald, so like, you know. I do really like Gen 3. I feel like a lot of the designs in that generation were pretty good. I wouldn't say like all of them were peak, but they were good. I know the games get crap for, you know, too much water or whatever, but like, I don't know. I like them. Anyway, I'm just gonna skip ahead and just talk about the Pokemon. I don't really have much to say about the games that hasn't already been said. Like, wow, they're good. Starting off, the starters. How fitting. So, the Trico line, Trico Grovyle, Sceptile, Torchic line, Torchic Combustion Blaziken, and the Mudkip line. Mudkip, Marshtomp, and Swampert. I gotta say, I think all of them are solid. I think, like, Sceptile is the only one that I feel like specifically is just kind of like a boring design. There's nothing about it that like stands out to me. Like Trico's like kind of cool looking. Grovyle's really cool looking, but like I feel like that line specifically suffers from mid-stage syndrome. It's similar to like Bayleaf and Meganium. Like I don't know what it is with the grass starters, but like their final forms are not really all that interesting, at least yet. And it sucks because I do like their design. It's just like Sceptile just feels kind of bland. Like it's just like, oh, it's like kind of bigger, kind of more detailed than the rest of the line, but it's like it just feels like the same thing. Meanwhile, like for the Torchic line, like Torchic, adorable. Combuskin, very funny silhouette, and that's all I'm going to say about that. And Blaziken is probably one of the... I'm just going to say this. That was my pick for starter. Blaziken's probably one of the coolest fucking starters they've had for a very long time. I still stand by that it's probably up there as like one of the best starters ever made. Both from an aesthetic perspective, but also competitive one as well, interestingly enough. Like, it's not the case anymore. But, you know, speed boost is speed boost, so, you know. And then there's Mudkip. I'm not touching the meme. It is no longer 2010. Can go home now. But yeah, he's cute. I like him. Marshtomp specifically is okay. I don't have much of an opinion on him. I think it's a natural like middle form for the line. But Swampert I think is like really cool. He's a very easy second best starter in this gen, in my opinion. I always found it interesting how like the line goes from quadrupedic to bipedal to then also quadrupedic again, which is very funny to say because the Mega makes it bipedal, but I'm not talking about the Mega right now. I just think that's very fucking funny. Yeah, the line is solid. It's nice, really cool, and that's what I think about the starters. Yeah, Blaziken is the best, hands down. Like, the only firefighting that matters. Yes, I said the only. I'll get to him maybe next year. Yeah, with that out of the way, let's get the rest of this generation talked about. I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing anymore. Poochyena, Mightyena. They're okay. I don't hate them. Having like a hyena Pokemon's pretty cool. That's it. I feel very neutral about them. Zigzagoon, Linoon, very similar, at least, like, at the time. I thought the idea of, like, going from zigzagging to straight lines, like, right angle stuff, like, I thought that was a cute sort of, like, form of progression for them. But otherwise, there's nothing crazy about them. Okay, the Wurmple line is interesting. So, Wurmple on its own, it's fine. It's no Caterpie, but it's... I would probably say it's better than Weedle, for what that's worth. But it being able to turn into, like, 2 different cocoons, like, completely randomly, depending on, like, a very specific, like, bit of its code that I don't even know if you're able to see. I forget how it works. But basically, it turns into 2 different cocoons. Both of them are, like they look distinct enough, which I like. If I had to choose which cocoon I liked better, I don't know. I don't care. Like, Cascoon's, like, kind of edgier looking, so if you're into that, like, you probably like that more than Silcoon, but, like, they're cocoons. Who cares? What really matters is what those evolve into, and that's, like, Beautifly and Dustox. I like Beautifly. I'm a sucker for, like, a nice butterfly design. It's very clear that it was meant to be, like, another Butterfree type of design, but also, like, allow it to be a moth as well in the form of Dustox. I assume Dustox is a moth. It is weird that a single, like, larva is capable of turning into a butterfly or a moth. I don't know if that's, like, a thing in the real world, but I think it's very neat from a gameplay perspective. As for Dustox, it was a Pokemon Jesse had in the anime, and that's really all I cared for it. Like, that's just it. There's not really much to say about it. It's cool, though, I guess. Yeah. Okay, this one... okay. Lotad, Lombre, and Ludicolo. I'm of 2 minds with this line. One, they're really, really funny and very fun, high energy, very, like, fun Pokemon to have around. Why is my screen freezing? God damn it. I don't know why it does that sometimes. But yeah, they're fun Pokemon to have exist. But on the other hand, it's probably racist. Look, to Pokemon's credit, it's not the first nor the last time that they take inspiration from cultures outside of Japan. It's just, you know, only a little stereotypical. It's unfortunate, but that aside, I do think they are cool. And that's all I'll say about that. After that, we have C-Dot, Nuzleaf, Shiftry. I think they're alright. I like the idea behind them, that they're just like that one yokai from, like, it's a Tengu, I think it's called. Yeah, I think that's cool. Like, it's their own spin on it. I didn't know what that was as a kid. I just thought he looked really neat. But I don't really have strong opinions about him personally. He's just cool. Speaking of which, Taylor and Swellow. I don't care, man. They're probably, like, some of the most boring fucking birds in the series. Like, I know people shit on, like, the Pidove line, but, like, the only thing they got going for themselves is their wingspan and their speed. I couldn't give less of a shit. They are birds that exist. Wingle Pelipper. I think they're funny. I like the Wingle Pelipper line. I think the idea of a seagull turning into a pelican is pretty smart. I like that idea. You know, like just a seabird turning into a bigger seabird, but also they got a fun vibe to them, and it also helps that like Pelipper is unironically like a good rain setter now because they give it drizzle. Oh boy, here we go. All right. Ralts, Kirlia, and Gardevoir. I like them. I think Ralts is one of the cutest fucking things to have ever exist. I think Kirlia is just also really cute as well. Really like her. Let it be known, I always found the like prettiness and elegance of Gardevoir like captivating in a very strictly I don't want to fuck the monster. Can I just say that? I don't want to fuck them. Can I like something without being a gooter? Can I please be allowed to like them without having to be a gooner? Okay, like, can I just appreciate them for what they are and not what people have made them out to be? Please? Fuck, man, y'all are sick in the head. But yeah, I really like Gardevoir. She's really pretty, really, like, pretty decent for, like a gameplay sense as well. Like, I know she's not the most competitive thing ever, but, like, she doesn't have the worst stats, so it's, like, it's nice. I think the high rarity of Ralts in the wild definitely added to the, desire factor of that, but also just like, I don't know, I just always really liked the design. Surskit and Masquerain. Okay, this is fucked up. This is fucked up, bro. Okay, let me level with you right here. Surskit is the first water bug type, right? Okay, but it evolves into a bug flying type. Okay, you with me so far? We do not get another water bug for 4 generations. It is not until Gen 7 with Araquanid and Golisopod that we get another. You know how fucked up that is? But yeah, otherwise I don't really care for them. They're just kind of whatever designs. I think they're okay at best. I just don't care for them otherwise. Like, I get it, it flies, but you couldn't, like... Whatever. Shroomish and Breloom. I like that one gif of the Shroomish where its face goes upside down and it walks away. That's really funny. But Breloom is cool. I especially became a fan after he took that controversial stance with that one Mario character, if you know what I'm talking about. Yeah, nah, but I'll like, yeah, I think he's neat, but I'm not crazy about him. Oh my god. Slackoth, Vigoroth, and Slacking. Okay. I think it's really funny that it's just like... The idea with the line is like... a lazy bastard that evolves into an aggressive bastard that evolves into another lazy bastard. I think that's really funny. I think Slackoth is funny looking. I think Vigoroth is kind of neat. I like how it makes itself stand out from the rest of them. To show, like, yeah, it's just kind of, like, way more energetic. And then he gets a midlife crisis and just gives up on everything. Bro, I didn't know they turned me into a Pokemon. Holy shit. I should sue. No, for real. Slacking being as strong as, like, I forget if it's a legendary or pseudo-legendary. Basically just having, like, crazy fucking stats, but it can only move, like, every other turn. I think that's a neat idea. It sucks that it makes it fucking useless as a Pokemon, but I appreciate the attempt. And I like that he exists, because he makes the world better for it. Ooh, okay. This one I have, like, mass appreciation for. Okay. Nincada. You know how I was talking about, like, unique, like, first-time bug-type pairing stuff? This is, as far as I'm aware, I believe, to this day, Nincada is still the only bug ground type. Unless that one dung beetle guy from Gen 9 is bug ground, I forget. My point being is, at least for the longest time, he was the only bug ground. And then he has, like, a split evolution at the same time? It's very weird. I think, like, the stupidly convoluted bullshit to get, like, Shedinja is really fucking cool. And it pays off for something that has, like, such a unique identity and a very, like, striking visual design. Before I talk about him, I'll talk about Ninjask. He's alright. Having, like, the speed of, like, a fucking crack addict on crack is fucking hilarious. Like, of all things to be, like, one of the fastest, it's that. But yeah, I'm not too crazy about it. I think I kind of like Nincada a bit more aesthetically, but you know, Ninjask is okay. I don't hate it. But Shedinja is where it's at, man. Like, Bug, Ghost. Speaking of unique typings, I don't think we have had another Bug Ghost either. This line, all of which have different type pairings, most of which are exclusive for themselves. Like, why do they get that special treatment? Like, that's fucked up, bro. But yeah, Nincada and Shedinja, like, really fucking cool Pokemon, and Ninjask is alright. Ooh, this one's cool. Whisper, Loudred, and Exploud. Okay. I think the idea of, like, starting off as, like, a whisper, and then getting loud, and then screaming is, like a neat idea. Because, like, you already went from 0 to 100, and you evolve further, and you go even farther than that. I think the over-the-top design of Exploud is fucking hilarious. Like, I know it's based on, like, a church organ or whatever, but just the idea that it's just over-the-top, like, amplifying volume to the nth degree is the fucking funniest thing imaginable. Yeah, Whisper and Loudred are, like, kind of whatever. But, like, Exploud is, like, hilarious, and I love him. Back in the day, I thought his name was pronounced EXP Loud, because I was a stupid fucking child. I'm just used to seeing, like, EXP. Like, I got EXP. Oh, he has EXP in the name. This is what I called him. Needless to say, I much prefer the name Exploud, because, wow, what a statement of a name. Makuhita and Hariyama. They're fine. I literally do not care. I do not give a shit whatsoever. They are inoffensive. Azurill. We don't get too many baby Pokemon this gen, which is fine. Like, I'm glad that they kind of stopped doing that as much. But, yeah. Azurill is cute. I like the idea that it was a normal type and not a water type. Straight up, when I saw that in the instruction book or informational book that I had as a kid growing up, I thought that was a typo. Because like I'm like, oh yeah, this book is like full of misinformation. Like, Gyarados is a water flying type. Yeah, sure, buddy. Fucking Jirachi's a psychic steel type. Okay, yeah. I'll get to him eventually. But like, yeah, there was some things that I thought they got wrong. Turns out, no, I was just fucking stupid. Or at the very least, Pokemon was unnecessarily confusing. Anyway, Nosepass. It's okay. Again, like, Hariyama is just, like, inoffensive. I don't care at all about it. Alright. Number 300. Skitty. Skitty is one of the cutest goddamn things on this fucking planet, man. If anything were to happen to it, I would kill everyone in this room and then myself. It is that fucking cute. I love Skitty so goddamn much. Delcatty's okay. Like, it's fine. Like, if it had to have an evolution, it's probably the best thing you could have given it. But, like, yeah, Skitty's where it's at, man. Hell yeah. Sableye. It's neat. I wasn't crazy about it. I'm still not, technically. But, you know, I'm a sucker for ghost types. If they're good. So, yeah, he's a... When I say good, I mean aesthetically. I think he's fine. He's okay. I like him, I guess. Not crazy about him, but I don't hate him. Mawile, I don't care. I really didn't care that much about Mawile back in the day. I thought it was pretty unique having, like, a Venus flytrap for hair and, like, just always having it stand as, like, the front-facing part of itself, even though it's the back. Like, I think that's, like, a cool way to give, like, a Pokemon an identity. I just didn't have any strong attachment to it, personally. Aron, Larion, and Aggron. I love these guys. I love these guys so much. Aron, one of the cutest fucking things to have ever existed. Larion is alright. It's got that classic middle stage syndrome, but Aggron, so fucking cool, man. It looks so goddamn cool. I love those monstrous dinosaur-inspired looking designs that, like, that category of Pokemon has. You know what I'm talking about? Like, the fucking Nidoking shit. Like, that kind of build is peak most of the time. So yeah, I love that shit. Meditite and Medicham. I don't care, man. They exist. I couldn't give less of a shit. Ugh! I could take them or leave them. Electrike and Manectric. Honestly, same for these guys too. They're fine. I like them a bit more, but it's like they're just electric dogs. There's not much to go off of for that. Like, they look okay, I guess. Like, they're neat. No real strong feelings about them. Plusle and Minun. Okay. So, it's very clear that with a lot of the Pikachu clones, their shtick is that they, for the most part, help introduce new bullshit in relation to their respective regions, or generations, really. And in this case, it was meant to introduce the concept of double battles and its associated synergies. I don't care. They're fine. I don't give a shit about them for the most part. They exist. I like them in the Deoxys Rayquaza movie. Otherwise, like, I couldn't care less. Volbeat and I've never been able to pronounce this fucking name. Illumise. I don't fucking care. I think I care about them even less than the Metatite line. Like, they are just... They're just some bugs. They're just some bugs that get paired up with each other. I don't give a shit. I don't care if their inspiration comes from, like, the biker greaser and restaurant waitress that, like, fall in love with each other or whatever. I don't give a shit about that. Like, they are bugs. Tail glow is a funny move. That's it. Moving on. Rosalina. This one I've always found kind of interesting, just having roses for hands and whatever, and both of them were like different colors. And it even carries over to the shiny as well, which is really cool. I never had that strong of an opinion personally. I've always just kind of been confused about the inconsistency on its size, because in the anime they made it as tall as like a small child, but like in the 3D games they made it as big as like a rock I could hold in my hand or something. It's very strange. Yeah, it's alright. I'll have more to say about it when we get to Gen 4 eventually. Gulpin and Swalot, they're funny. They're very funny. I like them. I don't have much to say, but they are entertaining concepts. Now, Carvanha and Sharpedo is where it's at, right? Like, a piranha turning into a shark, fucking genius. And on top of that, they look really cool too. I think, like, giving them that rough skin ability was, like, a really neat way of giving them something that made them stand out a little bit more. I know there's another shark that took way more advantage of that, but again, I don't want to keep talking about Gen 4, so I'm just going to talk about Sharpedo, okay? The fact that they would chase you down in the Gen 8 games was kind of intimidating at first. It's like, ah! Like that was cute. But yeah, otherwise yeah, they're just really cool designs. I like them. Wailmer and Werelord. Okay. Wailmer, I don't have much to say. He's an orb, and that's funny, I guess. Wailord being like the biggest fucking Pokemon ever. Like, it makes sense. Whales are the biggest things on the planet that are alive. So, I get that. I'm just waiting for them to make a squid Pokemon that's just as big. Maybe a Mega Malamar or something. Nah, but like, yeah. I don't have much to say. This is a big whale. Yeah. Numel and Camerupt. Numel, I don't care for all that much. Camerupt's pretty cool. I like him. He's alright. I like their cries. The wah wah. You know what I mean? Yeah, that's cool. Torkoal. Don't care. Drown in that fucking water, boy. No, for real. I like the idea of, like, smoke is always, like, coming out of it. Like, that's kind of a neat idea. But, like, otherwise it's just, like, a tortoise that is just... It's just got coal in it that's burning. That's it. I don't care. He exists. Spoink and Grumpig. Okay. Grumpig I don't give a shit about. Like, it's the most... Probably one of the most forgettable Pokemon ever made. But Spoink... Its heartbeat being tied to it bouncing is tragically hilarious. But that's really all I have to say about it. Spinda. Probably the worst Pokemon to have ever been made under the guise of reintroducing it in other games. Like, I don't think that's I don't think that's, like, disputable. Like, the way it works gives it, like, how many fucking variants? How many forms? Fucking, like, I forget if it was in the millions or billions, but it was fucking hilariously, like, ludicrous. He's funny, though. 360 base stat total is cute. Yeah, he's funny. That's really it. Get my drunk uncle out of here. Okay. Here we go. All right. Trapinch, Vibrava, and Flygon. So, Trapinch and Vibrava, I don't really care that much about. Flygon, I've always found to be pretty cool. I did find it interesting that it went from, like, a bug ground to a dragon ground, especially since Vibrava can fly. Oh, but Masquerain flies, so it has to be flying. Vibrava's right there, and it's like, nope! Whatever, dude. Fucking, yeah, so Flygon, I've always found really cool, but not really cool enough to have, like, a strong attachment to it. Like, it exists. I think it's really neat. Does it deserve a Mega? Maybe. But if they can't find one they're satisfied with, then maybe it fucking doesn't. I do wish Flygon had it better than it actually did, though. Like, getting outshined again in the generation after. Like, I keep trying not to talk about Gen 4, but, like, it gives so much context to, like, how I see Gen 3. For many reasons, but... it's just... It's just one of those, like, really unfortunate, Pokemon that fell victim to harsh power creep. And even then, it wasn't, like, that amazing to begin with. It's unfortunate. Still doesn't take away how cool it is, though. Ooh, speaking of which, Cacnea and Cacturne. I like these guys. I remember seeing, like, the leaked beta design of Cacturne, and I'm like, wow, that's fucking crazy looking. Like, that looks like nightmare fuel. But I am glad that they were able to Pokemonify it enough to, like, make it an actual character design. Because, man, that thing is fucking cool. A cactus scarecrow? That's fucking awesome. And the Pokedex entries are hilariously dark. I love that shit, man. That is awesome. Like, that thing is cool as hell. Swablu and Altaria. Alright. I know I said this about the Ninjask line. You want to talk about fucking, like, a line that changes typing every single time it, like, does anything? You got a normal flying that turns into a dragon flying that turns into a dragon fairy. Completely shedding anything that had to do with its original form. Shipathesius style. Fucking crazy. I know I said I wasn't going to talk about megas yet. But, man, I just had to bring that up because that is, like... I just found that fascinating. But as is, Swablu's cute. I like it. It's neat. And Altaria, as is, it's okay. I don't really have strong feelings about normal Altaria, so... yeah. Oh boy, Zigzagoon and Seviper. Edgy as fuck. I like the designs. If I had to choose one of the two, maybe Zigzagoon? Not Zigzagoon, Zangoose. God damn it. Same fucking generation, dude. Oh, yeah, I think I slightly prefer Zangoose. But I think the fact that they're, like, bitter rivals that have scarred each other, like... I think that's neat. I think that's kind of cool. Lunatone and Solrock. I don't care. One is a stale banana and the other is a fidget spinner. I could not give less of a shit about them. They just feel weird and they exist. I just wish there was more done with them because, like, having these rocks in the shape of celestial bodies could have been interesting, but instead it's just kind of there and they don't really do anything with it in an interesting way. it's just they just kind of exist. I don't know. Barbroach and Wishcash. I remember, like, yeah, I think I mentioned this in the Gen 2 video, but there were Pokemon that I thought were Gen 3 that were actually Gen 2. Wishcash is an example of a Pokemon that I thought was Gen 2, but turned out to be Gen 3. He kind of has those vibes, you know what I mean? He just feels like he belongs there. But he fits well in Hoenn as well, I guess. I don't care for them, though. I have no strong feelings, man. They're okay. I know people like him because he's goofy looking and, like, he ate a Master Ball. He was forced to eat Master Balls when he was a child, but, like, honestly, like, I otherwise could not care less. The Swanch, though, he's cool. Corphish. I like him. He's alright. Crawdaunt. Crawdaunt is one of those Pokemon that I feel like everyone knows about, but doesn't really think about almost ever. Like, it's like, oh yeah, Crawdaunt, he's cool, but you had to be reminded of him, you know? And that's kind of how I feel about him. Like, he's cool, but he's forgettable. Which I wish he wasn't, because I like what they do with him, but yeah, Corphish is more like classic and iconic looking. Baltoy and Claydol. I don't care. I don't care. They exist. Alright, finally talking about fossil Pokemon. Lileep and Cradily. Fucking like, the fossils in this gen, absolute abstract fucking, like nightmare fuel. And I am all here for it. Like, they went to the crazy deep end with these fossils, which I respect. When you do, like, the classic fossils that are fucking everywhere, like with Kabuto and Ammonite, and a Jurassic Park reference, I gotta say, it's very refreshing to be able to see them go to, like, the fucking depths of the extinct species list to find the most abstract horrors beyond your comprehension. Cradily and Lileep being those things, like, absolutely perfectly. I love the idea of, like, these carnivorous plants that just live in the fucking ocean. Like, yeah, I know they're not actually plants, but, like, you know, just like mushrooms aren't plants. Like, they're plant enough for our comprehension. I think they are very cool. I like how they have, like, these camouflaged eyes to hide where their real eyes are. Very, clearly, Cradily walked so Bellibolt could stumble and roll around and then burp. Maybe. I don't know. I feel like he would. And I do think they're really cool, and I do like them. But, I'm sorry, nothing beats the Anorith line. Alright? For the longest time, those were my favorite fossils. Like Anorith and Armaldo, those guys are peak. They are peak. Anorith is the most adorable, fucking cute-ass fossil Pokemon ever conceived. And Armaldo looks fucking awesome. Yeah, for the longest time, yeah, they were my favorite fossils, for sure. No contest. They've since been overtaken, but we'll get to those one day. Maybe. Okay, now we got something interesting. Much like how Beautyfly was meant to be another Butterfree, it's very clear that there are certain Pokemon that they were trying to have a reimagined second attempt at having something like in the game, because clearly they're going for another Gyarados, Magikarp Gyarados with Feebas and Milotic. However, instead of going from like a pathetic and weak thing into a impossibly powerful thing, we get an ugly duckling situation, you know? I think that the stipulation to catch this fucking Pokemon is stupid and bad. I don't care that it makes it rare. I call that bad design. It should have been, like, just relegated to a route and at a high rarity. Like, not specific fucking tiles that are dependent on, like, your ID number or something. Like, what the fuck is up with that? It's whatever, man. Bullshit on its rarity aside, I think the idea of making it the literal ugliest thing imaginable is fucking hilarious. And having it turn into melodic is interesting too. I know, like, back in the day it was like, oh, like, get its beauty level up through the contest mechanic, and they had to, like, reimagine how to evolve it because you can't do that anymore. So they just gave it a lump of beauty to trade with, I guess. Why couldn't it just been an evolution stone? Why do you gotta make it so fucking stupid and hard for us? I think it's a trade item. I don't know. I don't think I ever used it. Or if I did, I don't remember. But anyway. Yeah, melodic, gorgeous fucking design. Like, obviously making something intentionally the most beautiful looking thing imaginable is gonna make something that looks fucking gorgeous. And I think they nailed it. I really like the mermaid inspiration. Like, clearly it's got, like, this, like, elegance to it. Very, very much appreciate, like, how they were able to pull it off. Yeah, I like them. Balls! Anyway, Castform. I think he's fine. I don't really have much to say about base Castform I think is okay. Sun form Castform is alright. Like, it looks like a sun. Whoa. I think it's fine looking. Rain form Castform is cute, I guess. It's whatever. The hail form, like the snow form, I like snow form just because that one is specifically, like, a very weirdly designed one. I think that's, like, my favorite out of the four of them. Why is there not a sandstorm form? Why is there not a sandstorm form? Like, there should be a sandstorm form, dude. But whatever. Like, they're gonna make one of every weather, but not sandstorm. Like, why? Turn him into a rock. It's not that hard. Oh, I'm sorry. A cloud can't have sand in it. You know what a cloud is? It's made of fucking dust. You know what sandstorms are made of? Fucking sand, which is like a larger form of dust. They can make dust. Shut up. Like, if you're gonna make this fucking weather and have, like, a Pokemon centered around it, have it be centered around all the fucking goddamn weather. Like, you can't have this stupid stipulation if you're gonna give him this fucking, like, intentional gimmick. It feels counterintuitive. Whatever. Kecleon funny. I know when most people think of Kecleon, they probably think of Mystery Dungeon, which is fair. I do like the purple Kecleon. I wish that was its shiny and not the fucking blue stripe instead of the red one. Like, I get it. That's the only part that doesn't turn invisible. So, like, that being the shiny, like, makes sense. But it's like, whatever. I think Kecleon's fine. I don't really have much to say about him. He's just kind of there. Shuppet and Banette. I fucking love these guys, dude. Shuppet is, like, kind of cute, but, like, Banette? Oh my god, I love Banette, dude. Holy shit. Like, I remember back when, I was doing that Nuzlocke, and I had a Banette on my team, and I drew, like, some art of it. I was really fucking proud of how I, like, look at this fella! Look at this little guy! I love him! He's so fucking, like, schemy! Like, it's hard to see, but, like, I fucking freeze frame again of all times. It's hard to see, but like I really like what I did with the eyes. Gave him a little shading in it, which was nice. I did a little bit of that with like the mouth too, to make it like really shiny and stuff. Like I was really proud of this art, dude. The idea of just like a discarded doll coming back to life to haunt its former owner is like, that's fucked up. That's kind of fucked up, but I love it. I love it so goddamn much. Okay. We have now reached a very important Pokemon. Okay. Duskull. Duskull was, up until Generation 5, my absolute favorite Pokemon of all time. It's still, like, probably up there as, like, still one of my favorites. This guy right here. This guy right here. Fucking peak. To tell you the truth, the reason it became my favorite is because when I was playing XD Gale of Darkness, I was trying to fight in one of those Coliseum Gauntlet things, in like the Rusted Downtown. I forget the name of it. Someone had a Duskull and I just couldn't beat it. And I found like anytime I would fight a Duskull, it was really hard to take down because when you know it, Duskull has a surprisingly high amount of defense, like a stupid amount of defense. So he's like really actually kind of bulky. And so I just figured, wow, this guy's pretty strong. And I was just already enamored with the design, so it just kind of left a big impression on me. I was very fickle on picking a favorite Pokemon because back in the day I felt I had to have a favorite because everyone has a favorite of everything, and I thought I had to. It was forced. It was just kind of pressure I felt on myself. I don't like doing that anymore. Although, like, I do still actually have a favorite Pokemon, actually. But we'll get to that eventually. As for Duskull, I love its design. This Grim Reaper-ass, like, ball of dust with a skull and single glowing red eye. Probably, like, one of the most, like creepiest badass designs in the entire franchise. Absolutely love this guy. Dusclops is okay. I don't like its design all that much. I'm not a fan that they got rid of the skull motif. But going from like a skeleton to a Cyclops is cool, I guess. I don't care if it has a black hole in its body or that it's also based on that one like yokai that's an umbrella or lampshade or whatever the fuck. What I care about is if it looks good and it's hands with no arms and weird tendrils that come out of its fucking armpits or back or whatever. It's not good. I don't like that. Yeah, like looking at it now, it's like they're protruding out of his back. I think that's just like they just feel like they are there, and like again, he has like Hariyama hands. Like, where are his arms, bro? Like, his anatomy looks so fucked up. Like, I like that he has like this stuff like cloth-looking shit dragging from his feet. I like the imposing, intimidating figure he's got going on. Like, he does kind of have like the skull motif with the 3 teeth things, but like that's it. It's literally just like a courtesy reference at that point. I'm not a fan of its design. But Duskull is peak, so I'm willing to be a bit lenient with it. I will say no. I will say though that I am glad that it is a middle stage, so I can call it the awkward middle stage, and it gets better when it does evolve. Duskull is still like the peak of that line though. Don't get it twisted. Tropius. Who cares, bro? He exists. Holy shit. Growing bananas on his fucking Adam's apple is funny, I guess, but that's all he's known for. Tell me one other interesting thing about Tropius. Didn't think so. Chimecho. Chimecho's cute. I like Chimecho. I don't have strong feelings about it, but like I thought it's cute. I liked its role in the anime as well. I liked its interaction with James. I thought that was cute. Ooh, okay. Absol, fucking awesome. I love Absol. I think Absol is one of those designs where, like, it's just meant for the edgelords. But I am also very much a fan of edgelord intended designs as well. So, I respect it. Like, oh my god, I can imagine, like, all those fucking teenagers growing up with this game being like, OMG, he's literally me for real. Like, literally just, like, he tries to, like, warn of foreboding things, but because he always shows up when that happens, he's associated with it, so people think he's the cause of it. It's like, I found it neat. I liked it. And it also has a very elegant design that I appreciate. Why not? The other baby of this gen. Yeah, this game only had 2 babies. I think it is very funny. Giving Wobbuffet a Prevo just so that they could make a joke out of the line. Like, why not? That's the way it is. Why not? That's the way it is. Like, that's really funny. I think that's really funny. Also, it existing gave Wobbuffet 2 new moves to its move pool, giving it a total of 6. But hey, it's something. Snow-Run, I think, is cute. I like him. He's decent design. Glalie is whatever. I don't care about Glalie at all. Like, I'm gonna be so real with you, man. How do you get like this shivering little snow hermit and turn him into a giant floating ice ball with demon horns and like prominent teeth? Like, how do you get to that? Feels like one step too many. Spheal is adorable. Spheal is really fucking cute, and I like Spheal. Like, just being named after a shape is very funny. Celio is whatever. I don't think anyone remembers Celio exists. Walrein I have beef with. Alright? When I was a kid, like, again, I was the fire starter guy, so going up against, like, the bulky water type that the gym leader kept having, like, I was struggling against that guy, man. It felt like it was impossible to knock him out. He was so bulky. There was, like, I don't know, man. Call it a skill issue, but I have a grudge against that Mon. Fuck Walrein, man. Like, biases aside, though, like, it is actually a really neat design, and I do like it, but, like, it's not as funny if I say that, so, you know. Clamperl. Okay. I don't care. I don't care about Clamperl, man. Like, it's whatever. Huntail's kinda cool looking. I kinda like it, and Gorobus is fucking also whatever. I don't know, man. Once again, they exist. Relicanth. Relicanth is interesting. I got a friend that's, like, really into Relicanth, and I see the vision. I'm just not as crazy about it. I always thought Relicanth was cool, don't get me wrong, like a living fossil. But like, yeah, it's just, it just feels like one of those, like, it feels like a unique type of fish, but it's just another one of those, like, fish. You know what I mean? Speaking of which, Love Disc! Well, I do think it's a little overhated. It's kind of deserved. Yeah, it's there. It's the thing that holds the heart scales. Alright, Bagon, Shelgon, Salamence. Alright, so cold take. I like these Pokemon. I like the narrative that is drawn from its line. Thing wants to fly, can't, and then is finally able to. I think that's cute. I really like that. It's like inspirational. But yeah, as for design, I think Bagon is hilariously pathetic looking. Like, you ever seen its fucking arms, man? They're stumps. They are just nubs. They are nothing. Having the middle form of the pseudo, or one of the pseudos in this case, be like a cocoon-looking thing is... Well, it's not original. Technically, Tyranitar did it first, but, like, I like the idea of it being kind of, like, in a cocoon, but also not at the same time. Like it's half cocoon. I think it's cool. And then there's Salamence. Like, it's Salamence. It just feels so quintessentially, like, badass designed, you know? Like, it is like a dragon, like, it feels like a dragon's dragon, you know what I mean? It just feels like quintessential dragon. Yeah, not much to say. Absolutely love it. Gen 3, as far as I am aware, is the only game, like generation of games that have two pseudo legendaries, and is the second and final one to have a pseudo that is not a dragon. And while I do like Salamence, if I had to choose which pseudo I prefer more, like, come on, man. Fucking Metagross. He's so cool. He's so fucking cool, dude. Like, it might be the spider appreciator in me, like, really liking its silhouette and its design and all that. But, like, I don't give a shit, man. This thing is badass. Like, going in order, Beldum is cute. I think it's stupid that the only thing it knows is Takedown. I feel like that was a dumb gimmick that it shouldn't have had imposed on itself, and I get it. Like, the thing with the pseudos is that they're pathetic and weak, and they evolve into, like, legendary statted guys and whatever, but, like, whatever. Metang is cool. I like the theme that, of evolution for these guys, is that, the arms, like, keep multiplying. Again, even into the Mega. I'm not talking about the Mega yet. So, like, you go from just an arm, to a body with two arms, to a, like, two bodies stacked on top of each other, or mirrored, I guess, giving you four arms. Like, it just feels like, I know it's a supercomputer, but it's very mitosis of it, if that makes any sense. But yeah, absolutely love this line. I love that giant X on its face that just, like, makes it, like, predominantly recognizable when you just glance at it. You know what I mean? Absolutely stunning. And now onto the legendaries. This is the first time we've had, like, considerable amount of legendaries outside of, like, you know, your trio and box art guys and some mythicals. We have, like, a decent amount of them here. It's only gonna go up from here, for the most part. The Reggies. You want to talk about fucking Pokemon that were hard to get? Holy shit. You want to learn another goddamn language? You want to go blind? I can see barely. I'm legally blind. Shout out to anyone who remembers that meme. But yeah, the like, I guess I don't really have strong feelings about them. I think like the mystique around them and the abstract nature of like acknowledging that they exist, like when you find them, when you discover them, I think that's kind of neat. But like otherwise, I don't really have strong feelings personally about them. Regirock is kind of cool, just a bunch of segmented rocks stitched together. Reggie, listen, I know it's pronounced Regice. You couldn't have put in a second I, just call it Regice. Like, it's the only Reggie, even with the new ones they added, that deals with this bullshit. It's so annoying. Whatever. Regice is neat. I like its more like properly structured design with its sharpness in like its crystal-like physique. I don't know how to say it. It looks sleeker in a prismatic sense. I like that about it. I like Regirock is a lot more like random feeling. Like it's more of a case of again sedimentary, I think is like the term I'm looking for. I'm not a geologist. And then Registeel. That one is just pretty slick. It's just very simple, like ball of metal and some tendrils. I don't know why it has like a slit that goes all the way to the back just to show its face, but like it's neat, I guess. I think it's my favorite aesthetically out of the three. Yeah, I like it. Okay. Latios and Latias. They're okay. They're cool. Like, they're cool looking. I like them. I just don't have strong feelings about them. I wish I had more to say about them. That's just kind of where my opinions start and end. Okay. Box art, guys. Kyogre. Groudon. For the one that I would have to choose, even though I technically got Emerald, I didn't have to choose Ruby or Sapphire. If I had to choose one of the two box art guys, it would have to be Groudon. Let me explain why I like Groudon so much. This unique looking creature that is like, you know what I said about like Aggron, just like behemoth monster shaped. He is that. He doesn't look like any other like creature. Like, he looks like a dinosaur-esque, like a dinosaur adjacent looking design maybe, but like you have this fucking behemoth of a monster, this crazy looking like fucking like giant crazy beast looking thing, and then you have a big fish. Now don't get me wrong, I have nothing against Kyogre, alright? I know, like, even though it is a big fish, I think it is a very cool looking big fish, or an orca technically. I do like its design, right? Like, I do like it. But why does it look like it has his legs folded, like, on his backside? Why is it, like, just a fit? Like, if it's meant to be based off of the Leviathan, why is it not more elongated so it can like stand out apart from Rayquaza. I don't even remember what's right. I'm under so many layers of irony. I don't know whether or not like I genuinely believe that's how it's pronounced or not. But whatever. I feel like if they want it to be like more orca shaped, this is probably the best they could have done with it. But unfortunately, I don't know, man. I feel like it fits for like drawing on an ancient ruin than it does as an actually designed thing. I do like how the glowy lines on each are the other's color, which I think that's pretty cool. But yeah, and then there's Rayquaza. Yeah, I think it's Rayquaza. Yeah. Yeah. The cool dragon is in fact cool. You want to talk about cold takes? Like, let me tell you, Rayquaza is fucking cool. It's peak. I like him. There's not really much else I can say that you haven't already heard. Anyway. And then the mythicals. Jirachi. Again, like I mentioned before, I thought Jirachi was just a pure psychic. Why the fuck is it a steel type? Because it's also a comet, and a comet has, like, minerals in them. That's a little stupid. Like, I remember reading that fucking manual thinking like, oh, like, it keeps giving steel types to these Pokemon that are clearly not steel type. Like, I thought Fortress was Bug Rock, but it's Bug Steel. It was the same thing with Jirachi. Like, why is this a steel type? Oh, it's just another error in the book again. But yeah, it's, it is a psychic steel type. Okay. I liked the movie that it was in. It was like a really cute movie that I really enjoyed. Taught me what telepathy was. Or is it telekinesis? Basically the ability to like speak using your thoughts. Yeah, telekinesis is moving with your mind. It was telepathy. Yes, it was. I believe it was telepathy. And like that, like deranged Groudon creature with like the toothpaste tendrils was really cool. As for Jirachi itself, it's really cute. I found myself like whenever I see art of it online, like when people make fan art of Jirachi, it's like the cutest fucking thing I've ever seen in my goddamn life. So maybe I like it more than I actually do, or at the very least, I like other people's interpretation of Jirachi than I do Jirachi itself. If that makes any sense. And then finally, Deoxys. Again, I liked him in the movie. I don't know why we don't have the green emerald chest Deoxys or whatever that was. That could have been neat. But otherwise, yeah, as he is, I never got the event as a kid to get Deoxys. So I didn't really, like, properly get him until, like, other distributions or, like, the Delta episode or whatever. I think he's neat. I think, like, a virus coming from space is very, like, classic, like, cosmic horror bullshit, you know? Like, The Thing-esque. But it being a Pokemon is just like, oh yeah, it's just like, it's just scared in this new environment and is just acting in self-defense, self-preservation, and all that. But yeah, being able to change its form with the meteor is also cool. Like, that adds to it being like this strange entity that can adapt to any situation. Its normal form is the most classic version of it, is like what I think of when I think of Deoxys. Attack form is whatever. I never think about attack form at all, but it's cool, I guess. Speed form is like probably like when I think of its alternate forms, it's like that and the defense form that I think of the most. Like, speed form is slick as hell. I like it. Not crazy about it, but it's pretty neat. And then the defense form is probably one of the funniest fucking things it could ever have turned into. Bro, why he built like that? It's so funny looking, dude. Yeah, I like it. Yeah, that's my thought on every Pokemon from Generation 3. Let me know what your favorite Generation 3 Pokemon is. Comment below, like and subscribe, and stay tuned for me to make another one of these goddamn things on Gen 4. Will I make an odd on something that's not Pokemon? Maybe. Wait and see. Okay, goodbye.